Hello, everyone. We're reacting to even more stuff. Sorry, it's silly. We're reacting to some Jurassic Park found footage. The analog horror. The last one is kind of interesting. It's kind of funny because someone mentioned Dino Crisis, and not gonna lie, I've been hanging out with some of my friends lately, and one of them is like a person that absolutely loves older game systems, like I can't think of the name of it, like older systems. And one of the games he was talking about was Dino Crisis. So it's kind of funny that it's brought up again. I think with Resident Evil Requiem's coming out, everyone's talking about zombie stuff. So yeah, anyway, let's go. I'm not saying these are zombies, but like you know what I mean. The following footage was captured on Isla no Black. I'm not pronounced it right. In September on September 1991 for training purposes only. Internal in InGen Training Division Behavioral Observation Log. Subject Velociraptor V. Onto that is a scientific name. I cannot pronounce it. Recorded by R. Muldoon. Tape 2. Dude, get out of there!
And
Oh,
there
never
she
mind.
goes. That's our bone drop.
Sorry, I was literally telling him to get out of there because I thought they were gonna open the cage. I was legitimately afraid for the poor man. I'm so
Adios.
dumb.
To hell with a lot of you. Now there's some checks I need to get done before I can follow the team over to wherever they'll take the dead raptor. The other girls were tranked with a ketamine dart, a general fast-acting anesthetic.
I'm sorry. I have to say this. Sponge Boy me Bob. I've overdosed on ketamine and now I'm about to die. Sorry, I had to. My brain. Anyway, let's go back to the
Used to
seriousness.
immobilize wildlife, along with xylazine, a sedative, to keep the raptors asleep for when we need to work with them. Now, despite how much I wish they all perished, unfortunately, I do have to check on how they are taking to the tranquilizers, because one, if I don't, Hammond will strangle me with his bare hands, bless his soul.
Bless
He's
his
left the
soul.
island for a short trip to see his daughter. And two, side effects are common for these drugs, so it's imperative that we check on the animals after administering any medication. The last thing I want is to have to tell John that we lost two raptors in his absence. This is one of the big one's minions, the younger of the two. John calls her Storm, because when she attacks the fence, she puts on an electrical display akin to lightning.
I understand she's probably dead, but like at the same time, I'm kind of worried that it's just plain dead. If that made sense.
I'm not expecting any adverse reactions to have occurred with her, as she's generally in good health. She's been tranked some half a dozen times before too, so I'm not concerned. But we'd always double check and look for the classic adverse reaction profile just in case.
Makes sense.
The major one is eyes open. The anesthetic ketamine causes a state called catalepsy, a trance-like state, where the animal appears immobile but still maintains certain reflexes.
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
muscles around the eyes sometimes don't fully relax and may remain completely or partially open. In this case, as you can see, her eyes are closed, so I'm not concerned about her recovery from the drug. Another sign to look for is increased salivation. I'm definitely not going to handle her muzzle, but judging by the distinct lack of saliva surrounding her jaw, I'd say she's good.
Careful, buddy.
All right, the big one next.
It's wearing off!
Robbie, get out of there.
Yeah, see what I mean? What I just say? Careful. Just idiots.
She's still drowsy. Robbie, are you clear?
Yeah, it's locked.
The trank and the sedative are wearing off. Is everyone out? Where's Tony?
Yeah, he's safe.
Okay, good. Get into the buffer enclosure and wait for me. I've never seen an animal recover so quickly from a dart. She's still probably got another hour or so of disorientation and drowsiness, but I'm going to back away and exit right now.
Yeah, do
Christ,
that
I've
for
shot
yourself.
male African elephants in Kenya who took much longer to recover from that sedative. Might have something to do with the osteoderms on the skin, similar to those seen on crocs and alligators. A very tough hide to penetrate. The dart must have found some entry point, but the complete dose mustn't have been administered. I don't know what Wu's cooking up in that lab, but I'd imagine Mongoliensis did not possess osteoderms. But then again, this is no velociraptor. This is John and Henry's theme park Frankenstein mishmash monster.
Mm.
Pacing behaviors are often observed in animals in captivity. The repetition of this behavior usually correlates to an animal's instinctive needs, such as space, stimulation, or the thrill of pursuit, are constrained or not met entirely. What may appear to visitors as restless movement is in fact a complex behavioral signal, a blend of frustration, heightened intelligence, and an unfulfilled drive to hunt. Among the raptors of Jurassic Park, this manifests in a particularly calculated form. The dinosaurs stalk the boundaries of their enclosure, almost on a timed loop. What's interesting is, at certain points during the night, the big one will stand in one dedicated spot. What she does next shocked me the first time I saw it. She appears to be calling to something outside the enclosure.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. She knows you're watching.
And here she is in all her glory, the Velociraptor pen. Not complete, of course. The guys are due to come in a little later and do some horticulture inside. John has them brought over from mainland Costa Rica, spared no expense, of course. I wanted to document some gripes I have with this place. The pen is 70 feet long by 40 feet wide and is buried in the ground 12 feet. The girls are being transported into this enclosure a few days from now. The guys coming tonight are supposed to be planting this pen up with foliage to give the raptors privacy to mitigate stress and provide some shade from the sun. It is essentially a concrete pit in the ground.
Just sounds like this is funny because this is like from Jurassic Park 1, and we all know what
We have
happened
an
with that.
electrified fence ceiling.
Shoot her!
Unhappy with fortified concrete,
Shoot
as it's almost
her!
impossible for the raptors to escape. Almost.
Sorry, I
Let's
had to make the reference.
head inside so I can reveal my issues. And boy, other issues.
Mm-hmm.
If we come around here, this is the transport door. It allows the transportation container to attach to the pen and a smooth transition to take place, which I love.
However,
Inside, here is our new raptor enclosure. Not huge. And that's one of my concerns. We're talking about ambush pack hunters, 3 of them, constrained to living quarters not much larger than your average apartment in Leeds in the UK. These are wild animals that have needs and furthermore are highly intelligent animals. And what happens to highly intelligent animals kept in cramped conditions?
they go crazy.
They display disordered behaviors. They need space to run. After all, they're not called velociraptors for no reason. These things can match cheetah speeds, 50, 60 miles an hour if they get out in the open. My other concern is why the bloody hell has John approved this containment pen to them anyway? Are raptors not on the tour anymore? Why are they being cloned if their temperament is counterproductive to the park's turnover? It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, my last concern is this. This is the remote-controlled door that is supposed to let the feeders drop a live cow into the pen using a crane. A big, gaping hole in the enclosure that opens several times a week. Just marvelous.
Yeah, but the problem is, if the creatures are smart and they'll adapt, which they do, they'll find a way to escape as soon as it opens up, right?
She's on her side.
What are her symptoms, Muldoon?
I'm not in close proximity to examine her, Jerry, and I can't get in there at the moment. I'm heading over to the raptors to help Robbie.
Okay, I'll head over soon.
Thanks, Jerry.
No problem. Good luck at dinner.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Shoot her. Sorry, I can't stop quoting that now.
Ay, ay, ay.
Aye, is right,
Robert
brother.
Muldoon, Game Warden, Velociraptor Containment, Isla Nublar. It's the evening of September 9th. I'm documenting the raptor feeding protocol. It started raining, but after a long conversation with John, I have finally been granted permission to perform the procedure at night. Took a bit of back and forth, and some nasties were exchanged. He called me an alarmist. I called him a mad scientist, but
Made sense.
at the end of the day, no hard feelings either way.
Are you sure?
I think this will help with raptor aggression.
Like, not for naught,
I have Robbie Hadira with me, and he's got tonight's dinner ready.
Her name's Mildred.
Robbie has been warned that naming the food items for the carnivores on this island is an exceptionally bad idea, as
It is, 'cause you'll get an attachment to the poor creature, and then you'll try to help it when it's, time for it to be put into the... Yeah, okay. It's kind of why I feel like farmers aren't allowed to name their pigs, especially if it's like a farm, like a... Either... I feel like that's the reason why farmers aren't allowed to name cattle and or pigs that are like cattle and or pigs that are going to be sent off to be sold off for meat, or even chickens.
it psychologically creates an attachment with the animal, and then you're forced to watch their final moments of life at the hands of the velociraptors. Robbie and I are now standing back within the buffer enclosure, and in the feeder, we've left Bessie.
Mildred.
We've left the poor soul. Once the prey is in the feeder, the handler will exit the buffer.
Bye, Mildred. So sad.
Oh, it'll definitely be a sad farewell soon, Robbie. Now,
Okay,
I
you
want
need to
make a
calm
note
down,
here in
homie.
particular. It is definitely unusual that the raptor pack has not approached the feeder yet. They are normally pacing about, studying their new prey item eagerly. But then again, this is the very first time we're doing this at night, so they may not be aware of what's happening entirely. I'm going to turn this off and watch for the raptors before proceeding out the buffer and locking both gates. Like I said, they are normally quite excited at this point, attacking the fences.
That poor
So
cow.
this is a little odd, I must say. The feeder doors have been opened, yet still no sign of the raptor pack. Bessie's unknownly wandered out. In the enclosure,
Poor Mildred.
we might as well call her dead meat at this point.
Oh boy.
Robbie and I are watching the hunt from the perimeter.
Oh. So, shit, sorry. I got a new subscriber that threw me off. I'm sorry.
I have to
You guys want... Sorry.
add this is the longest the raptors have taken to respond to prey in their enclosure.
Where are they?
Where are they? That's a good question. There they are.
Ah, I see Storm and her sister. And there's the big one. She's going to make the first strike. What the?
They're watching you. Thank you for Thank you for attending this training session. Please refrain from discussing the content of the video with anyone. Ooh, looks like there's another one hiding somewhere. Well, there is one that shouldn't be there. Anyway, guys, if you like this kind of content, do like, comment, subscribe. Make sure, and I beg you guys, make sure to check out the original creator of this series, because without them, I wouldn't be able to learn or see this beautiful thing. Also, they do a lot of amazing work. If you want to support me, like, comment, and subscribe. That always helps. I opened up a Patreon. If you guys want me to react to any like what do you call it? Frick, I'm dying. You guys would like to watch me react to or review, not review, react to Iron Blooded Orphans or G Gundam. Go let me know and I will. So guys, bye. Take care. Stay safe. Be good people. And yeah, that kind of scared me. That was funny. Bye.